All right, skis. All right, all right, all right. You ready to talk some baseball?
Yep, I'm ready.
Dude, we're
We,
we are right around the corner.
yep, I think it's like
Right.
9 days.
Oh my god, I can't fucking wait. I still can't believe Lindor's a Met, but
Yep.
that's not what we're talking about here. What we're gonna discuss here, as our final predictions here. We're gonna go AOS and NOS. Pretty beefy division on one side. I think the AOS is what you think. I think the weakest in baseball could be.
Yep, yeah, I
Um,
would agree with that.
so let's start with the AOS. I don't know who do you think is coming in last place in the AOS?
I would say I think it's a tie between the Rangers and I think the Mariners are going to be down there too, but I don't know if they'll be last.
Oh,
I think
I like the
it's going to be
Mariners.
close.
I really
Yeah,
think the Rangers are the worst team in that division. I think the
yeah,
Rangers are bottom. They don't have any pitching.
no,
Uh, Joey Gallo hits. You have to hope he doesn't hit under 200.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, a lot of strikeouts with him.
a lot of strikeouts. They got young talent coming up, but nothing really pops out to me. And
But I do
everyone
like
feels
their
like they're past their prime. Like Odor. And they traded away Elvis Andrews. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know, man. This just seems like a last place team to me.
yeah. I do like their addition of David Dahl from the Rockies. I think when healthy, he's a pretty good
He's
player.
productive, yeah.
He's a 300 hitter. He's like kind of like a Jeff McNeil type player
Yeah,
when
you just got to
healthy.
stay healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I think if
Uh,
he's healthy, their outfield would be pretty solid.
yeah, dude. It's kind of crazy how this team was once a powerhouse in this division, constantly winning.
Yep,
And it's almost as if they have the same exact team, minus like Cole Hamels, some bullpen guys, and no Adrian Beltre, right? But
yep.
they still got Odor. They got Joey Gallo. They got rid of Mazzara. They still got Willie Calhoun over there. Like they got guys that can hit. I just
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, but they don't have the pieces to take them over the top anymore. It's
I
just
know it's so hard, and
yeah,
and I don't know why they never traded Mike Minor, and they don't trade Lance Lynn. Both guys are having really good statistical years, and the Rangers knew they weren't going to win. So I'm just
yeah.
so confused why they didn't trade them to pick up pieces. You know,
Maybe they thought they could
kind of a
resign him
goof.
or something. Yeah, I don't know.
That was dumb, dude. That was stinky, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um, but here we'll go on to four. See, now this is close for me because I still don't think the Angels are that good, you know, and they have, but
uh,
and I want them to be good, right? But I
yeah,
think
exactly.
it's close between them and the Mariners because the
Yeah,
Mariners are just progressively getting better every year. I love Kyle Lewis. I love Marco Gonzalez. They have a lot of good young talent over there, and the Angels, they just keep on adding mid to level starters and they expect them to be their aces, like Dylan Bundy. And they trade for Horacio Iglesias, which isn't bad. We also have a
uh,
bullpen with Hanser Robles, and we both know that Hanser Robles is garbage,
yeah,
you know? And, they have David Fletcher. He's bang. He's good. Obviously, Mike Trout, Rendon. But, Albert Pujols is really old. Um, don't like what they got at catcher. Uh, Joe Adell might come up. But we don't really know how good he's going to be. Everyone says he's going to be insane, but where's he going to
yeah,
play? You have Mike Trout, you got Justin Upton still, you got all these pieces, and you got Shohei Ohtani. So
yep, definitely.
probably be doing DH and whatnot. But like there's a lot of stuff going on with that team. Yes, their offense is good, but that they could totally lose 90 games because of the pitching.
Yeah, no, but also on the flip side of it, if everything clicks for them, they can also be very
Oh,
good.
100, and that's
So
why I don't want to put them. So, like I would put the Mariners below the Angels, but that's how close. That's to me. That's how close they think it is. That's how close I
yeah,
think these two teams are. With the
yeah,
Mariners having the upside, like what if Jared Clenick comes up and just pops off?
yeah, definitely, yeah. But yeah, so both sides, if either of them hit their stride, like mid-season, I could see either of them, making a run. But for now, I I think I would still give the edge to the Angels over the
No,
Mariners.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I'd give the edge to the Angels. I just want them to do so well, because of
Yeah,
Mike Trout. We want Mike Trout to win.
yeah,
I think he's the
and
only active player that's not on the Mets that I root for. Like ridiculous.
oh yeah, same with me. Yeah. I think he also said that he found like a problem in his swing, so now he fixed it. Now imagine him being even better than he is now. It's ridiculous.
Oh man. For the listeners, we're in a dynasty baseball league, and I actually traded Mike Trout to Chris for a haul of young players.
Yep.
Maybe we'll do a fancy baseball dynasty video down the road. Maybe we'll go through what's going on in the league. Maybe have the commission on. But I just want my division. I just want a championship. So I need to be stacked before I suck. But but I wish I knew that before I traded with Mike Trout. But we all know what Mike Trout does. He's gonna hit 290, hit 30 home runs, be an MVP candidate every single year, and that's why he's the best to ever play the game.
Yep, that's why you can't count him out. So
that's why you can't count him out. Who do you have at 2? This is interesting.
This is a tough one. I guess I would put the Astros at 2.
Wow. Tell me why, because if that's what you think, stick with it.
No, I don't know. It's tough because I don't know if the Athletics could. I don't know if the A's have the pieces, because they lost Simeon, they lost Hendricks, so they have up the middle and the bullpen is a problem, but they still have Chapman and Olsen.
They have Ramon Laureano.
Yeah, their pitching staff is pretty good with Jesus Luzardo, Manea. If they call up AJ Puck, I think he's
but Manea is so hit or miss.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Definitely. I'm gonna have to give it to the Astros. I mean, the Athletics coming in second place. I think the Astros win this division still. It's still the Astros division to lose. Just like we discussed with with the AL with the AL North, with the Twins. That's still the Twins division to lose.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's the A's division to lose.
Wow.
But I don't know without Springer with the Astros. I don't know,
but you still got Correa, you still got Yordan Alvarez. They're rolling back with Verlander, should be healthy. You got Greinke, Kyle Tucker. I'll take that over just Matt Chapman, Chad Pinder, Matt Olson, and Laureano, who doesn't even hit that well. You know what I mean? They traded away Chris. Yeah. They traded away Chris Davis. They bring in Elvis Andrus to play shortstop, but he's no offensive mind like Marcus Semien was. Has a little better glove, but to me, that Astros team is still built better than this Athletics team.
Yeah, but it's going to be very tight. I think it's going to come down to
it's going to come down to these two teams, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's going to come down to the last few games of the year to determine it. But I think one of these teams will be a wild card team, regardless of who wins the division.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah,
and it's probably going to be the Athletics, or it could be the Angels.
Yep.
It'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be really cool for it to be the Mariners. Maybe throw a little side bet on the Mariners to make the playoffs. That'd be great. I wonder what the odds are on that one.
I could definitely see them making the playoffs. If it all clicks and all the young talent comes together.
Because last year there were streaks where they were just playing. I mean, small sample size, but they were playing really good baseball. Even in 2019, they got off to a ridiculous start. With Domingo Santana. I love Domingo Santana. But Domingo Santana and those guys. And then now that I'm talking more about the Mariners, I like them, dude. Kyle Seager, Evan White. JP Crawford found a little resurgence over there, in Seattle. Could be a team to watch going forward. I mean, they're not going to win, but in a year, 2-3 years, this with Klenic coming up, like we discussed, this could be a team that makes the catapult to the best team in the division. They haven't been this good since Ichiro,
Yep, I could definitely see that.
Such a long time ago. Oh my God.
And with all these other teams getting older, the Mariners are getting younger. They could definitely take over in a few years.
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%. And that's
I think
what we're here for.
Maybe by 2023 they'll be on top.
2023?
Yep, they'll win the division in 2023.
I'm gonna write that.
Write that down.
Chris DiGeronimo says in 2023. I won't even give you a day because I'll just give it to you. 2023, the Seattle Mariners will be in first place.
Yep, September 2023.
Oh, September 2023. You heard it here. I was just going to give you the benefit of the doubt of them winning the first game of the season and then being in first place. But you said that. All right, so moving on here. NL West. pretty interesting division. I think we know how the 1-2s are gonna go. But
Yeah, definitely.
who do you think is gonna be in last place in this division?
Let me see. I'm gonna go with I'll say the Rockies, last place.
Yeah, I agree.
'Cause I don't know, is Trevor Story the superstar that they need to catapult them to greatness? I don't think he is. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not Arenado,
He's
and
not Arenado. No,
they don't have
they
the
traded away
pitching
Arenado.
staff.
They never had the pitching staff.
No,
Santella is the only guy that's somewhat consistent there. John Gray either throws a almost perfect game or gives up 8 home runs by inning 2. You know,
yeah,
they got no consistency. Bullpen is never really that great. And Charlie Blackmon feels like he fell off the face of the earth after consistently hitting 330. Like, what the hell
yeah,
happened? And all these young guys that were supposed to be great, like Ryan McMahon, Garrett Hampson, Brendan Rodgers, just they haven't
yeah.
done anything yet.
Nope.
Now with Arenado gone, hopefully two of the three, McMahon's been playing, first base, but hopefully Brendan Rodgers and Garrett Hampson get some ample playing time, and they could show us maybe they have some spark here. And
Yeah,
you got Ramel Tapia in the outfield, who I like Tapia, good contact hitter. But this is just a bad team. It's
no,
not
yeah,
bad as the Pirates, but it's a pretty bad team,
yeah, yeah, definitely rebuilding. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they fill in these holes and if they can
Yeah.
develop these young guys to become serviceable players. But right now they just don't have anybody.
Circling back on that Arenado trade, I feel like they got nothing for him. They just gave him
No,
away. They don't even get back a top player, a prospect like Gomber. They gave him away and $50 million, which they should need to re-sign Story.
Yep.
And they don't even have that. So now what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, it was pretty much a salary dump, to get rid of him. So yeah, they got nothing back, and it's just a bad overall trade for the Rockies there.
Yeah, dude, Colorado's in a tough spot. The Future's in a tough spot. A team that had a lot of problems but could never really get over, now just is going to be stuck in an abyss for a couple of years to come down the line. Second to last place, fourth place. What do you got?
I would say the Diamondbacks.
Ah, Diamondbacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me
But
why.
it's close between the Giants and Diamondbacks, but I'm taking the Diamondbacks.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Yeah, talk to me, Goose.
They have some young pitchers, but offensively, I don't know if they could keep up.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. For what it's worth, the Giants did 2 games under 500 last year, which was better than the Mets, surprisingly. Gabe Kapler going into his 3rd year over there in San Francisco. You know what's different?
I think, yeah.
You know what's odd about the Giants is they have the same players every year. Every year since their playoff runs, minus Bumgarner, I feel like the infield is always Sandoval, Brandon Crawford, someone at second base, Brandon Bell at first base. It just doesn't change. And you have Buster Posey at catcher. Now you got Buster at first base and Joey Bart, playing catcher. But this team just is consistently just an average team, and they just don't have pitching. So I would put the Giants in 4th place in my opinion. Bullpen's really not great. Hopefully Derek Rodriguez that'd be really cool if Derek Rodriguez can establish himself as an everyday starter in that rotation.
Definitely.
But they're just not getting younger. The Giants aren't getting younger, and the young guys that they do have are still a couple years away from coming up. And they're going to be stuck, just like the Rockies are. A little bit longer, obviously, for the Rockies.
Yep.
But the Giants are going to be stuck here for 2-3 years, just like playing average ball because they have all these guys that were once very good players, and they're just playing every day. It's like they're putting Band-Aids over what they have just to hold water or hold weight until these young guys come up.
Yep, no, definitely. But I think if the Padres didn't do what they did, I think the Giants would have been in better position.
Yeah.
If they didn't have that extra competition there.
I like you say that because that's so true. It's really true. If a second team in your division, obviously we all know the Dodgers were the best team in that division. It's up for debate now if they are, but everyone knew that they were fighting to catch the Dodgers. Now you have 2 teams that are really good, it's the Dodgers and Padres. Now you're fighting 2 extra teams, and we know one of those teams is going to get a wild card spot. So can 3 teams from one division make the playoffs? It's almost like a lose. Like you know you're going to lose.
Yeah, yeah.
You know you're going to lose. So
Yeah,
like, what's the
it's a
point
no-win
of
situation.
shelling out money? Just bring on the young guys now because you know those teams, man, Dodgers probably will be good for a long time. They're built for success. But like, wait for the Padres to fall off in 2-3 years, 4 years, and then you could get that second spot, or maybe fight the Dodgers for that first spot. But yeah, this is a super tough division. Unlike the NL East, where we think it is equally great. This one, 2 teams are really good, super talented compared to the other 3, and it's just going to be hard. It's going to be hard to win.
Yeah. So the competition in this division comes in third place. Whoever.
Yeah.
Third place for the last teams are going to be like first place for them.
Yeah. And that's why I put the Diamondbacks at third, just because I feel like they have a little more talent. I like Zach Gallen a lot.
Yep, me too.
Ketel Marte just hits the piss out of the baseball. MVP kind of player. Yeah, and I just like the Diamondbacks. I love Chase Field. It's probably I really want to go to Chase Field really bad. Like maybe we could do a stadiums video next. I just like Chase Field, the way it looks, the pool over there in right center.
Yep. Yeah, I'll definitely be down to do a show
has
from
my
there.
heart. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I would do a show from there too. Let's reach out to them. Obviously, Citi Field has our hearts because it's the greatest stadium to ever be built. But Chase Field's not that bad.
Yeah, second place is good for them.
So,
and then we got.
What do you think coming in
at the top?
Here?
It's going to be really tough. I really like what the Padres did. They added a lot of good pieces. Darvish, Snell,
Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove.
Who else
Did they bring anybody offensive wise? I'm not sure if they brought anybody offensive wise, but they're running back with almost the same exact team. You plug in Jake Cronenworth for a full year. The rookie stud that came up last year.
But they also added the Japanese second baseman.
Oh, you're right.
Like a top ad too.
And I don't know his name. And I questioned why they did that. I didn't think they needed to do that. They brought back Jurickson Profar, a guy who plays every day, any position. That guy literally plays wherever you tell him to. And you have Jake Cronenworth, Machado at third, Tatis at short, Hosmer at first. Where is this guy going to play?
I don't know. Maybe they're going to do like, what is it called? Platoon, in the infield.
Yeah, and I don't like that. They're shelling out the money for this guy to come over. So they're paying him like an everyday player. And you didn't have to do that when you're getting a guy that's on a rookie contract like Cronenworth. You can play every day, or you can platoon with Profar, who's a consistent, like you get you like 260 average, plays has a solid glove, and he could just swap play back, and he's a switch hitter nonetheless. And you go back and forth with Cronenworth. You could have kept it with that. But no, you bring which I didn't really understand.
You can't blame him for wanting depth because injuries are going to happen. People aren't going to perform up to par.
So, if you have the money, spend it. Because like we said, we're playing. They're playing up against the Dodgers. And I like their outfield a lot. Trent Grisham brought to life his career coming over here. Tommy Pham, Manuel Margot, Will Myers. A lot of guys that can hit, play well. So let's see where this team goes. The pitching obviously got a lot better than what it was last year, trading for Blake Snell. So you're adding to what was already Chris Paddock and Dinelson Lamet. Now you're adding Darvish, Blake Snell, Joe Musgrove. So
they have Clevenger coming next year too.
Clevenger coming next year. Bullpen was bolstered. They averaged Trevor Rosenthal. Pretty sure they had somebody else, blanking on the name. Maybe we could do a quick Google on it. But their team overall well-rounded. I love me some Austin Hedges, even though he bats like 210. He's like the best defensive catcher in baseball. He'll still hit you 20 home runs.
Yeah.
But after all this talking, isn't it enough to beat the Dodgers, dude? I don't know.
I would give the Dodgers the edge just because they have the experience of winning the World Series and getting to that spot. Yeah. So that's the only reason why I would pick the Dodgers over them. But if the Dodgers, let's say, lost last year, I would give it to the Padres.
Yeah, fair. Because, just like the Nationals, and then the Nationals won the World Series, these guys always choked, when it came to the big game. Going to 2 straight World Series, losing them both. And it's bringing in Mookie Betts. This is what happens. You bring in Mookie Betts. And just bringing in Trevor Bauer, have Kershaw, have Walker Buehler. Those three alone, just and then the Padres bring in all those guys just to
Yeah.
just to be Clayton Kershaw and Buehler. And the Dodgers
Yeah.
like, you know what? We could get Trevor Bauer. Let's get Trevor Bauer. Like a fuck you to the Padres.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm not taking the Dodgers. So my bet's on the Dodgers. But both these teams could win 100 games. There could be a division where 200-game winners make the playoffs. And in my opinion, I think both these teams are gonna be hosting a playoff game come October, September, October.
Yep.
Just depends on who's hosting the NLDS and who's hosting the wildcard game. That's what it all comes down to.
It's
so
gonna
yeah,
be very exciting. I'm really excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I am so pumped for baseball. It is almost here. I can taste it. I can smell the hot dogs. Don't know if we're gonna be able to go to a game just yet. But
I know they said they opened up 20% capacity for Citi Field and Yankee Stadium. So
yeah, but unlike before where we could just like spontaneously go. Now we have to plan this because we have to show a negative test. Unless you got the vaccine, then you could just you could pop in. But if you didn't get the vaccine yet, then you have to you have to test negative in advance.
Yeah, the whole process. But I think as more people get vaccinated, I think then they'll start easing up the restrictions.
More and more people can go.
We get back to normal.
Almost like the Devils, where the Devils, the Devils, you could just walk in.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't have any symptoms. All right. Well, that was our last prediction here for baseball season. We'll keep you updated as the season goes on, what's going on, all the news, whatnot. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, follow us on all our socials. Make sure you follow the podcast or wherever you're listening. We'll catch you guys on the next one.